Hey everyone, today in Create Studio, I'm going to show you how to animate a character bouncing on a trampoline. We'll use a simple but effective technique to make the motion look smooth and realistic. We'll watch the video first, and then we'll get started. First, get your character on the canvas. Before we do anything else, let's extend its duration in the timeline. Just click and drag the edge of the character's track until it reaches 15 seconds. Perfect. Now that the timing is set, go ahead and duplicate the character. You should now have two identical character layers, both 15 seconds long. Next, we'll work on the top character layer. This next part can be a little tricky, so follow the on-screen steps closely. We need to isolate the head using a track mat. Use the Path tool to create a shape around the character's head, and then apply it as a track mat to that layer. When you're done, only the head of the top character should be visible. Now, with both the path and the top character layer selected, group them together and rename the new group to Career Head. This locks the head and its mat into a single object. Okay, select the Career Head group and just move it off to the side for now so we can see the full character underneath. Now select the second character, the one with the full body. We're going to rotate it so it looks like we're viewing it from above. Click on the rotation options and adjust it until the character is positioned as if you're looking down on them. Now, bring the Career Head group back and position it over the rotated body. The goal is to cover the original head completely, making it look like the character is looking up at us. You might need to make some fine adjustments to get it lined up perfectly. Now, a quick tip. You might see some of the original character's hair sticking out. If that happens, simply select the body character, go into its settings, and change the hairstyle to one that doesn't show from behind the new head. With our character fully assembled, we need to group the two parts together. Select both the Career Head group and the body layer in the timeline. Now group them. It's also a good habit to name your layers, so let's rename this new group to Character to keep things tidy. This next part is a very important technical step. Select the main character group we just made. Now group it again, placing the existing group inside a new one. Let's name this new top-level group Character Animation. The reason we do this is that if we applied batch animations to the first group, the head and body might act separately. By nesting them inside a second group, we ensure the entire character is treated as one solid object for the animation. Now for the fun part. With the Character Animation group selected, click on the lightning bolt icon. In the sub-menu that opens, choose Batch Animations. You'll see several properties we can animate here. We're going to focus on Scale to create our bounce effect. Set the scale to 50%, the speed to 30%, and make sure randomness is set to 0. All right, this is a great time to test our work. Go ahead and play the animation. You should see your character bouncing smoothly in place. If that's working, we're ready to build the rest of the scene. Now that our character is animated, let's create the trampoline. Go ahead and bring a circle onto the canvas. Change its color to black and give it a gray border. Let's also quickly rename this layer to Trampoline. Position this circle directly below the character on the canvas and make sure its layer is underneath the character animation group in the timeline. You'll also want to stretch its timeline out to 15 seconds to match the rest of the scene. Finally, let's add the stretchy shadow. Bring another circle onto the canvas and immediately rename it to Stretchy Shadow. Make this circle a solid gray color. Resize it to be about 75% the size of the trampoline and place it so it's centered with the trampoline. And just like our other elements, make sure to stretch its timeline to 15 seconds. In the timeline, make sure the stretchy shadow layer is positioned above the trampoline layer, but still underneath the main character group. For the final touch, let's make the shadow look more realistic. Select the stretchy shadow layer and open its color properties. We're going to change the fill from solid to a radial gradient. Set the center of the gradient to gray. For the outer color, also set it to gray, but then turn its opacity all the way down to 0. This will create a nice, soft fade at the edges. You can also lower the overall opacity of the layer itself to make the effect a bit more subtle. And now for the most important step, the one that sells the entire illusion. We need to animate our stretchy shadow to react to the character's bounce. A key thing to remember is that batch animations don't show when you scrub the timeline, so you have to play and pause to find the right spots. First, let's find the moment the character is pushing down on the trampoline. Play the animation and pause it right when the character is at their smallest size. This might take a few tries. At this exact frame, select the stretchy shadow layer. We're going to add a scale animation. This creates an animation block on your timeline. For this first one, adjust the ending keyframe of the animation to set the scale to 68% or whatever you need for your animation. This represents the shadow at its largest size. Next, do the same thing to find the high point. Play and pause the animation until you stop it right where the character is at their largest size. At this frame, add another scale animation. For this one, adjust its ending keyframe to a scale of 0%, making the shadow completely disappear. Now continue this manual process for the first few bounces to see the full effect in action. You can repeat it for as long as you need in your project, but getting the first few right is the most important part. I'm going to speed up the video as I make my adjustments. And there you have it. We have a fully animated character bouncing on a trampoline with a dynamic, stretchy shadow that perfectly syncs up to their movement. I hope you found this tutorial useful and learned a new trick or two. If you enjoyed it, please give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel for more Create Studio tutorials. If you have any questions or create your own version, let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.